Bertrand Russell was one of the most influential philosophers of the 20th century. Born in 1872 in Britain, he lived through major historical events including two world wars and the rapid development of modern science. Russell was not only a philosopher but also a mathematician, logician, social critic, and peace activist. His intellectual contribution transformed the study of philosophy and laid the foundation for the analytic tradition that dominates much of contemporary philosophy. Russell believed that philosophy should strive for clarity, precision, and logical rigor. He was dissatisfied with vague speculation and sought to make philosophy as exact as mathematics. Throughout his career, he attempted to solve philosophical problems by analyzing language and logical structure. This approach became a defining feature of analytic philosophy and influenced generations of philosophers. One of Russell's greatest achievements was his contribution to symbolic logic. Together with Alfred North Whitehead, he wrote the monumental work Principia Mathematica. Their goal was to demonstrate that mathematics could be derived entirely from logical principles. This ambitious project revolutionized logic and significantly impacted mathematics, computer science, and philosophy. Russell is often considered one of the founders of analytic philosophy. Unlike philosophers who focused on grand metaphysical systems, Russell emphasized careful analysis of concept and logic. He argued that many philosophical problems arise from misunderstanding of language. By clarifying language, philosophers could eliminate confusion and approach truth more effectively. One of Russell's most famous philosophical theories is logical atomism. This theory attempts to explain the structure of reality and language. Russell believed that the world is composed of simple individual facts called atomic facts. Just as physical objects can be broken down into smaller components, complex truth can be analyzed into simpler logical elements. According to Russell, reality consists of independent facts rather than substance or spiritual entities. For example, this statement, "the book is on the table," corresponds to a fact involving specific objects and their relation. Such facts are the fundamental building block of the world. More complex situations are combination of these simpler atomic facts. Russell argued that language should reflect the structure of reality. Simple proposition corresponding to atomic fact, while complex proposition correspond to combination of fact. This idea suggests a close relationship between language and the world. Understanding the logical structure of language helps us understand the structure of reality itself. Logical atomism emphasizes breaking complex statements into simpler components. Russell believed that many philosophical problems become solvable once language is logically analyzed. Through analysis, hidden assumptions and ambiguities can be exposed. This method becomes one of the central tools of analytic philosophy. Influence of logical atomism. Logical atomism greatly influenced 20th century philosophy. It inspired philosophers to study language, logic, and scientific knowledge with greater precision. Although later thinkers modified or criticized Russell's theory, its emphasis on logical analysis remained influential in contemporary philosophical inquiry. Criticism of logical atomism. Critics argue that reality may not be as neatly divisible into independent atomic facts as Russell assumed. Human experience, social relations, and historical events often appear interconnected rather than isolated. Despite this criticism, logical atomism remains a landmark attempt to explain reality through logic. Russell's theory of definite description emerged from a problem concerning meaningful language. How can we discuss things that do not exist? For example, consider the sentence, "The present king of France is bold. Since France currently has no king, how should this statement be understood? Earlier philosophers struggle with such statements because they appear meaningful despite referring to non-existing object. If there is no present king of France, then who exactly is being discussed? Russell believed that careful logical analysis could solve this puzzle. A definite description is a phrase that uniquely identifies something, such as the tallest building or the author of Hamlet. Russell argued that such descriptions are not names. Instead, they are shorthand expressions that can be translated into a more precise logical form. According to Russell, this sentence, "the present king of France is bald," actually means three things. First, there exists a present king of France. Second, there is only one such king. And third, that king is bald. Since the first condition is false, the entire statement is false rather than meaningless. Russell's theory eliminated the need to assume the existence of mysterious entities corresponding to every meaningful phrase. It showed that language can be logically analyzed to reveal its true structure. This achievement became one of the most celebrated developments in analytic philosophy. The theory of definite description profoundly influenced philosophy of language, linguistics, and logic. It remained a standard topic in philosophical education and continued to shape discussion about reference, meaning, and existence. Before Russell's work, many British philosophers are influenced by idealism. Idealists argue that reality is fundamentally mental or dependent upon consciousness. Physical objects, according to some idealists, exist only as ideas or experience within mind. Russell strongly rejected idealism. He believed that the external world exists independently of our thought. According to him, mountains, rivers, stars, and physical objects do not depend on human consciousness for their existence. Reality exists whether or not anyone perceives it. Russell criticized a key idealist doctrine known as the theory of internal relation. Idealists often claim that all things are interconnected and derive their nature from the whole. Russell argued instead that many relations are external, meaning that objects can exist independently while still entering into relationship. Russell defended a form of realism that respected common sense and scientific inquiry. He maintained that ordinary belief about the existence of physical objects are generally justified. Scientific investigation, he argued, support the idea of an objective world existing independently of human minds. Although Russell accepted the existence of an external world, he acknowledged that our knowledge begins with experience. We directly encounter sense data such as color, sound, and texture. From these experiences, we infer the existence of physical objects. This position balanced empiricism with realism. Russell's criticism contributed to the decline of British idealism and helped establish realism as a dominant philosophical perspective. His argument encouraged philosophers to focus on logic, science, and empirical evidence rather than speculative metaphysical systems. Bertrand Russell transformed philosophy through his commitment to logical analysis. His work in logic, language, epistemology, and metaphysics provide new tools for philosophical investigation. Few thinkers have influenced as many academic disciplines as Russell. His logical atomism sought to uncover the fundamental structure of reality. His theory of definite description revolutionized the philosophy of language. His refutation of idealism defended realism and encouraged closer connection between philosophy and science. Today, Bertrand Russell remains one of the central figures of modern philosophy. His dedication to clarity, rational inquiry, and logical precision continues to inspire philosophers, scientists, and students around the world. Whether discussing language, knowledge, or reality itself, Russell's ideas remain essential for understanding contemporary analytic philosophy.
If you are still watching, I hope you are finding this content useful. Please like and share this video, subscribe to the channel and share your thought in the comment. Your support motivates me to create even more content like this.